When you think of action movies, saving the world, superhumans, and vehicles that are indestructible, what's the first movie franchise that comes to mind? Well, if you said any of the superhero movies, you are absolutely wrong. This is going to be a topic that I've always wanted to touch on when it comes to the Fast and Furious franchise because let's face it, people coming back from the dead or quote unquote, they never really died or the incredible powers of all these vehicles that literally feel like they are indestructible. So, I have a question for all you Fast and Furious fans, which I'm kind of one of them. I enjoy the action stuff, but let's get down to the brass tactics because I need to know one question.
You guys got fat while everybody starved on the street. It's my turn. You come with me. I'm at the Plaza Hotel. You're welcome. You're all welcome.
Now, before we go any further, if you like what you see or you enjoy my videos, please make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe as it does help me in the algorithm. And with pushing to 10,000 subscribers, I would love to get there before the end of the year. When it comes to the Fast and Furious franchise, look, I enjoy the movies, of course. To me, nothing really compares to the original because it was more entertaining to me, a little bit more realistic in certain terms, don't get me wrong. After a while, Fast and Furious just got from robbing trucks to literally saving the world, bringing cars in and out of space, to Hobbs literally holding on to an Apache helicopter with his bare hands by a chain. And I've literally seen cars get into fender benders and they're literally immobilized. But yet Dom can crash off of a bridge, hit a crane, the crane swings around, hits a big ball that gets knocked off the bridge, falls into the water. Dom's car hits a wall, lands on all fours, and he is still able to drive that thing. And on top of that, the ball explodes. And while everybody else is getting the backlash of the explosion, Dom's car just simply rides out no problem.
Oh, come on!
And I mean, look, we all know that action movies go above and beyond to keep the entertainment, and that is what it's made for. The question I really have is if you love Fast and Furious franchise or the Fast Saga and all these people doing unrealistic stunts and the visuals are fantastic, the surround sound is great, everything lines up, then how come you can't love movies like The Transporter? For instance, Transporter 2. I remember seeing this in the theaters, and the part where Jason Statham flips the car and hits the crane and knocks the bomb off of his car before it explodes and lands perfectly back on all four wheels. I remember somebody in the back saying, "This is unrealistic. I can't take this." And literally walked out. Now, to me, I was kind of like, well, if you didn't want to be entertained, why did you even show up in the first place? Same with movies like Shoot 'em Up. Now, I know my buddy Todd is going to crucify me in the comments, but I made him watch this movie and he absolutely hated it because it was unrealistic. Shooting people with a carrot, jumping through a sunroof, holding a baby while shooting out the sunroof, and then getting into the biggest car chase in the movie. I mean, there are so many different things about this movie, but as far as an action movie, this thing was great. I really enjoyed Shoot 'em Up. And another movie that I went in the theaters to see was Wanted, and is still one of my favorite action movies is because it just has everything you want. Unrealistic, but entertaining. And again, I remember somebody in the theaters literally saying, "You can't shoot the wings off of a fly," flipping a car over, apologizing, and shooting the criminal that they were after. Angelina Jolie driving the Viper, I believe it was, and she does the 180 to scoop up the guy that she's trying to save. Another movie that I actually loved that was super fun and wasn't really an action movie, but kind of was was Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. To me, the movie was just downright great. It was fun, it was entertaining, but I remember, when I watched this with a buddy of mine back at home, he was just like, you can't jump from horse to horse like that. You can't, do this, do that. And I'm like, dude, it's a movie. That's the beauty of it. You can't do a lot of these things that they were doing in this movie, but yet people would go to the movie theaters and literally bitch, piss, moan, and complain about movies like Shoot 'em Up and how unrealistic it is. Then how in the world can you watch the Fast Saga and literally walk out saying that was a fantastic movie? Anyways, this has been Nick of Movie AV Impulse. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want any of my merch down below, go check it out. On top of, thank you for everybody subscribing to the channel. It's been a great journey. I will see you on the next one. Peace.